In this presentation, I'll talk about Part D and the donut hole. About 10 to 15% of seniors go into the donut hole, and I'll show you how this happens and what it means for your finances. But first, how do you get a Part D plan? Well, you get a Part D plan from an insurance company. And you can get Part D as part of a Medicare Advantage plan. In Arizona, we still have many Medicare Advantage plans that have a zero premium. That means that you would get your medical coverage as well as your Part D for a zero premium. And this, of course, makes Medicare Advantage plans very popular. Now, if you're staying with Medicare and getting a Medicare supplement, you will get a standalone Part D plan. Now, Part D is voluntary. You don't absolutely have to sign up for Part D. But if you wait 5 years to sign up for Part D, you're going to pay a penalty when you finally do enroll. Standalone Part D plans have monthly premiums. They range from $17 to $75 per month. Lower priced plans will have a deductible, and $310 is the standard deductible for these lower priced plans. And that means that you would pay the first $310 of your drug costs. Now, if you take a couple of brand drugs, you really should get a higher premium plan so that you have no deductible. And $35 to $45 is about average for plans with no deductible. Part D plans have copays. Tier 1 or generics might have a $7 copay. Tier 2 or brand drugs might have a $42 copay or somewhere around that. Tier 3, non-preferred brand drugs, will have a copay somewhere around $84 or even higher. I like to say that the company would prefer that you not take this particular drug. Specialty drugs have a copay of 25% to 33%. Now, using Boniva as an example, I have seen that Boniva is a Tier 2 on one plan and a Tier 3 on another. In particular, this happens with different Medicare Advantage plans. So this is part of what you need to look at if you're looking at a Medicare Advantage plan. And I have seen that Boniva is not even included in some Part D plans, in particular on the lower cost Part D plans, the ones with a deductible. So how do you go into the donut hole? Here's an example of a person taking Lipitor and Boniva. These are Tier 2 drugs, and in this case, the copay is $42 for each of these prescriptions. But look at the middle column here, and you'll see that the Part D plan is paying $128 each month for the Lipitor and $110 for Boniva. So each month, your copay, if this is you, would be $84. The drug plan would be putting out $238 on your behalf, and that's a pretty good deal. Now, the total amount being spent on your prescriptions is $322 each month. And this is an important number, and this column is very important because it's a running total, and this is what gets you to the donut hole. So you can see that in January, $322 has been spent between you and the drug plan on your prescriptions. Obviously, that doubles this as a running total in February. By March, you spent a total of $966, and that continues on through the year. You can see we're doing a running total there in the right-hand column. And in September, you have gone over the limit of $2,840. This is the limit that puts you into the donut hole. And what that means is, as you can see here, suddenly in October, the Part D plan is no longer contributing to your prescription costs, and you have the full cost. You pay the full amount for your prescriptions. And that goes on through the end of the year, right through December. And in January, you start again from zero. But in 2011, there is some good news in the form of relief when a person goes into the donut hole. And that is a 50% discount on the price of your brand drugs. So if your total cost is $322 when you're in the donut hole, you would be paying half of that next year in 2011, $161. So this change is part of the Affordable Health Care Act, which is the health care reform. There were some very good changes in there for Medicare. And I think people who have high drug costs are definitely going to be happy with this change in 2011. Now, how do you get out of the donut hole? Well, if you have very high drug costs, you might come out of the donut hole, because when your out-of-pocket costs total $4,550, you come out of the donut hole. But this number does not include what the Part D plan has paid on your behalf. It's just what you paid before you went into the donut hole and while you were in the donut hole. So when you come out of it, you are in the catastrophic coverage stage, at which time you will pay 5% of the cost of your drugs, or no more than $6.50 for any brand drugs. If you want to do your own research, you can go to Medicare.gov, and they have a program where you can put your prescriptions in and put your dosage in, and they will come up with a list of plans that cover your prescriptions, and then you can compare them all. And they also will give you a list of Medicare Advantage plans and how they cover your prescriptions. But if you want some help in looking into this and in making your Medicare choices, you can give me a call or email me. This is what I do. I help you with your Medicare choices. I work with Part D plans, Medicare supplements, and Medicare Advantage plans, and I can help you compare and help you make the choice of the type of coverage that you want to get. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and I thank you very much for listening.